ultimately think the biggest thing that consumers are faced with is affordability, especially here in California. Affordability rates have come up. There was for many years, customers got used to being able to buy a $600,000 home and have a $2,500 mortgage payment because interest rates were so low. Truthfully, that mortgage payment should have been in the fours and been much higher. And they got spoiled. And so understanding like, oh, well, housing prices are still, expensive, $600,000, $700,000. But now that mortgage payment is $4,000, $5,000 a month. It's just a much bigger expense and eats up much more the budget monthly for consumers, and affordability across the board, gas price. Yeah.
Quite frankly, the income hasn't risen.
And that's,
along with the value of the homes.
Yeah. So, I think what we try to help individuals solve for, and the communication that we have, is understanding that very different or vastly different than renting is the ability to then lower your mortgage payment. That old adage of, you date the rate, but you marry the house kind of thing, where yes, if obviously there's guidelines and there's things where we wouldn't allow a lack of affordability for an individual to purchase a home. There's guidelines that help protect consumers for that. And we would never push them beyond an ability to make a payment. But you have the idea of that mortgage payment might start off at $4,500, but as rates come down or as things change, that you have the ability to bring that payment down and increase your monthly cash flow. And so that's what I think affordability, and there's not really a way around it other than you just have to understand it. And some of the best advice I've heard and seen from, for first-time home buyers is, especially if they have an ability to save, we always encourage them, hey, save your mortgage payment. You don't know what it feels like to make a $2,500 a month mortgage payment. Write a check to yourself for $2,500 a month for the next 3 months. See how that feels. See, how comfortable that is. See how much that plays into your monthly budget. And if that feels comfortable for you, that's going to be the exact same. And it really gives them a sense of, I guess, ownership and understanding like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Plus you're putting money aside in savings, and helps them feel like, okay, I can do this. And so it's just one of those things where communicating, like we were talking about, and helping someone understand or see a different side of purchasing a home, and understanding the affordability can fluctuate and actually can improve over time while you're building equity. So I think that's one of the biggest conversations, or consistent conversations, that we hear and is had.
Yeah, that's one of the things that has been kind of a overwhelming constant for the last decade, right? Is that no matter how many new homes are built, we are still building less than we need to catch up in terms of the housing demand. And so home prices and inventory, that's where when you hear some of the sky is falling kinds of rhetoric that goes around with, housing crash, kind of fear mongering or whatever you want to call it.